wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. Happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ show. Oh, yeah. Lookout weekend.
We made it.
That's right. Here we go. A little bit of downtime.
The last day of Jason live from the COVID cave.
That's right.
That's right.
Cool. So we got feedback already? How are we doing there?
Bird? Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. We'll get back to that later. It's just never quite worked out, has it?
Never really starts right.
No, it's never really
We
taken off
always
well.
trip coming out of the gate.
Yeah, we do. It's really kind of
that
hard.
Guy.
Yeah, you want to get that groove going on. Let's set the tone for the show. And yeah, there it goes. All right. So thank God this is the final day of that
Oh,
nonsense.
Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweet Jesus.
That's right. So anyway, so Bird is there. I can physically see him. We'll try to figure out whatever new technological issues we have going on with that. So he'll be joining us at some point. You can see him, though. We got KVJ TV rocking. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show for your Friday. KVJ show, it's on.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, don't mess with SpongeBob. If you open up a restaurant called the Rusty Crab,
Oh, yeah.
because you know on SpongeBob they had the Krusty Krab.
Right?
If you open up a Rusty Crab and you call it a SpongeBob SquarePants inspired pop-up restaurant and
so
bar.
they actually use that in the branding and selling of it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You can't do that. Come
They
on, man.
had drinks named Pineapple Under the Sea,
Yeah.
Bikini Bottom.
No.
Yeah, so SpongeBob is suing this restaurant. Well, not SpongeBob, but Viacom, his parent company. And they are looking for not just them to stop the restaurant, but also hand over any profits they made and not do any future business using the name The Rusty Crab.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
It's in Houston.
Yeah, okay. It's already close to the Krusty Krab, and when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I can see where it's close, but I mean, does that really violate? And yeah, when you're doing a SpongeBob inspired, yeah, you can't. I mean, nobody told them, be like, hey, I don't think you're going to be able to get away with that.
All this stuff is trademarked, dude.
Right.
What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just pretty funny. Horatio Sands, remember him from SNL?
I do. You know what? Jimmy Fallon's a likable guy, but it used to always annoy me because their skits, all they would do is get on there and start laughing.
Right.
And
they could never keep it together.
Well, and what was annoying was it wasn't funny. And
Right.
that's what was, I always hated their skits, probably more than any SNL skits I've ever had for that reason.
Well, he is now being sued by a woman who lives in Pennsylvania who claims that he groomed her and then molested her when she was underage.
Oh,
now,
jeez.
Yeah, she's claiming that she started talking to him online when she was 15, and she was running this Saturday Night Live fan website. In court filings, she claims that he started being flirty and affectionate and then invited her to come up and see Saturday Night Live. And then when he knew she was underage, she claims he gave her alcohol, invited her to an after party for SNL, and there was like other people there from NBC, she said. And I won't get into the dirty details, but let's just say she's accusing him of all kinds of stuff when she was underage.
I can't believe other people at the party didn't see something and say something.
Well, that's part of her lawsuit. She's saying that there was NBC employees there that should have helped her, but that nobody did.
Yeah, you would think if you saw something, be like, hey, how old is that girl?
This happened in 2002, so it was a different day. Just remember.
Also, there's really not much of a difference of his show now and back then because he still kind of laughs at everything, Kev. That's not funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, she's got like text messages. She's got conversations. She's got, I guess she recorded him on a online conversation, and she's got all that.
Yeah, okay.
And she is presenting that.
Good bit of proof is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That makes it easier for a judge.
it does.
Yeah, thank you for bringing all this in. This
Thank
is very
you.
helpful.
Okay, Horatio, what do you
Yeah.
got to say?
I'll be golfing by noon. Thank you.
And finally, here, poor Tony Bennett. He announced earlier this year that he's battling Alzheimer's, but he was trying to get in a few final tour dates. His family announced yesterday that he is not going to be doing any of those 2021 tour dates. They really didn't say why. It could be COVID. It doesn't necessarily mean the Alzheimer's has taken over completely, but yeah, you're not going to be able to see him on tour, although you will be able to drink in his final studio album. It's going to be coming out October 1st, and it features him and Lady Gaga, so that's sweet.
Yeah, there was a clip the other day where she was just talking about it, and she was getting all choked up. I earlier in my career got to run into Tony Bennett many times, and he is a wonderful individual. He takes time to talk to everybody. He was just is such a fantastic guy, but you can see, I understand the sadness if you know Tony Bennett as to, what this means, him not, touring and performing and doing what he's loved for so long.
Definitely sending him some prayers today and good vibes. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about here today, Bird?
I saw this cool website where you can make and order your own action figures. And I wanted to do a KVJ show style where I get you, Virginia, me, Dennys, Suits. And I kind of wanted to ask y'all, what kind of features should I get on these figures? I think that'd be so cool to have a whole lot of KVJ figures.
Now, are they made to be action figures? Or are they just like a roundabout, hey, I'm going out to Publix on a Tuesday kind of figure?
I think you can make them on however you want. Now, as far as action features, I got to look a little bit more into it. But let's just say, for conversation's sake here, you can add some action features. Obviously, we got to get Suits in a suit.
Yes.
I kind of want to get Virginia dressed as a witch.
That's it.
no.
Well, I think we all probably could have different versions. I'm thinking about me. I've got probably about 8 different versions you can go with. You could have disco shirt Kev. You could have meat neck Kev. There's so many different things that you could do. You could have Tommy Bahama shirt Kev.
You're a whole set. You're a collector's set.
Oh, we could all do it. But then, with Bird, you could have fat Bird, skinny Bird. There's a lot of different sizes he's coming too.
Well, the cool thing, too, is we could do so many different types of sets. When me and you both lose too much weight, people call us very sickly.
Yes.
We could have a sickly set.
Yes. I agree, yes.
We can even do a mail-away feature, the Fat Kevin figure.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine if we had a little fat Kevin figure? Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah.
I think I would buy those.
I know. Doesn't this sound like
I would love
fun?
it. Yeah, it does sound like fun. Now,
I would buy Fat Kevin.
any idea what we're talking about? Because you would have to have, I assume you would submit a photo and then they would be able to add to it. Do you have any idea about what you're looking about per figure and cost?
I don't, because I think there's several different sites that can do this. So I'm going to price it around. But the good news is the technology is there. If I want KVJ figures, I can get them.
I do love this. We had this discussion not long ago where we were talking about doing a Florida Man series and what figures would you find in Florida. But I think this would be an extension. In fact, I even talked to our sales department about, what, we should start selling figurines. I think people might actually buy some of these things.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I want to start getting some the Kevin Ralston cutouts. I think those would be a hot cake item.
Okay. I love the action figure thing. You and I need to talk, Bird. That could be fun.
Fat Kev does come with cake, by the way.
Yeah, that would be it. I'd have I'd have a whole cake. You know, that would be one of the accessories.
Well, to me, that's the most exciting part about the figure line is coming up with the accessory. Getting obviously with a bong and some weed.
Well, we can make Fat Kevin with a little hole in his hand where you could just insert different snacks.
You could do all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
God,
endless.
This could be the idea.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of it. I'm glad you got something.
Let's make sure we buy these in bulk and then get stuck with hundreds of them.
Yes, that's a great plan.
Honestly, I'm not even thinking about giving them to the people. I want them for myself.
Oh, he's going to have so much diorama fun.
Yeah, I think this is a great idea. I'm loving this, Bird. Virginia, what do you have on your mind today?
Well, you know, we moved Stars Ball this year. So Stars Ball is actually going to be coming up October 23rd. And yesterday, I did what they call the design walkthrough.
Okay.
It's very fancy. But basically what it is we go to our design company's warehouse. They're called the Special Event Resource in West Palm Beach. Mm-hmm. And you kind of walk through and you look at, seriously, they've got this massive warehouse full of every kind of theme, every kind of anything your little heart desires. If you want zebras, they got zebras.
Okay.
They got chandeliers. They have a giant, 30-foot tall Statue of Liberty. There's everything you could possibly ever want for design. And Little Smiles has chosen to go with the Alice in Wonderland theme.
Okay.
For Stars Ball in October, and it is going to be so cool and whimsical and fun and just I don't know how we're ever going to top this Alice in Wonderland theme. It's going to look so pretty.
That's nice.
I'm just giddy and excited.
Yeah, good.
Yay.
It's an amazing event. One of my favorite nights of the entire year.
It really is. And if you want to get involved, you can go to littlesmilesfl.org because we are now selling tickets for Stars Ball, and it will be here before we know it. It's October 23rd at the Palm Beach County Convention Center.
Very cool. All right. What I got on my mind here today is it's only the first week of school, but I already got my first call. The PE teacher of my son was like, yeah, hey, I just want to let you know that I had to have some talkings to your kid. And, yeah.
What'd he do?
I think he was just messing around. He was whapping one of his friends in the back of the head and just screwing around. Just that kind of just tomfoolery. But they're not taking it. It's week one, so.
Were there any injuries from said whapping?
No, I think it was just the typical, the PE teachers trying to teach the kids the fine art of dodgeball, and he's over here, distracting things and, just doing the kind of stuff you're not supposed to be doing. So
being true to his lineage.
I know. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what path he's going down. I pray it's not the same one his father took.
Well, you can't be mad because you gave him those genes.
I know.
So now, is Cannon in trouble from the Kevin Ralston? Did he get a talking to from you or no?
Well, I mean, it was just like, hey, man, can we wait till week 2 at least?
A conversation.
Yeah, it was just, it's like, I get it, but I'm like, just you think about what to say, and these are those parental moments where you're like, gosh, I wish I was a good father, because you don't a lot of times really know what to say. And it was just kind of like, hey, it's a life lesson to say, okay, you got to understand that you are kind of a marked person right now. You started off and, you're either dialing up positives or negatives with people around you. And so this teacher right away, he's already had to make a call. So you're on his radar. So you've got to keep that in mind. Take it from a kid that knew how to screw off in high school. I knew the teachers that were always eyeballing me. And if they would come around, boy, you want to bet I buttoned it up. I knew, because that was my greatest chance to get into trouble. As a troublemaker in school, you got to realize this is a red alert situation. There were some teachers that, either didn't care or maybe they didn't see very well. And you knew green light, you can go on ahead and be a goofball and do whatever you want to do. But you got to know what teacher you're around. And especially you need to know if you're on their list. And teachers, trust me, they have lists.
They all have a list.
They have kids that they like and kids they don't like. And the kids they don't like, they can't wait to get them in trouble.
It's
just
true.
It's true.
It's just life because they don't want anybody disrupting their flow.
Yes.
You start whapping people in the head with a towel while they're trying to teach dodgeball.
Yeah.
And you're messing with their job.
Right, exactly.
And they're in charge. They're not going to be having some little pint-sized problem messing up their day.
Yeah, so that was the life lesson that I tried to ascribe to my son, to just learn about human nature and people and realize that you're on that list. His mom took a little bit of a harsher tone and said, because he wanted to be in PE, and she said, if you keep screwing around, you're going back to band. So that's the big threat. Yes. So if he doesn't button it up, he's back in band. Where none of his friends are.
Did you see that trumpet, kid?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were going to turn the trumpet in today, but apparently we're holding on to it for another day.
Look at this.
Yeah, that'll always be the reminder. Don't screw around. Here's your trumpet.
Put the trumpet on the counter. Just leave it there. It's a power move.
It's a reminder. Just mind your P's and Q's. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, I told you, boy, the car line yesterday, I just kind of realized I went even earlier. But it's 50 minutes. I don't know if there's going to be any way around it. I just got to, resign myself to the fact that my kid's school car line is going to take you 50 minutes, whether you're early, whether you're late, or whatever it might be.
It's rough.
It is rough.
Because I feel like car line should be no more than 20.
I feel like Carline should beat 5. Honestly, I don't know. I guess I live in this utopian perfect world. And like I said, his elementary school was a breeze. It was 5. It was in, out, boom, cool, great. Everything's fantastic. So I'm just in a different world with this middle school now.
You spun around.
Yeah, I am. So it's taken me a while to get used to it. But we told you that, hey, if you got the free 97.9 WRMF app, great. If you don't get it, and use the mic drop feature and tell us the stories and what you're seeing, your gripes, your complaints, interesting things going on, your calls and your texts from the crazy car line. We got a few more coming up next. It's been a fun and interesting week just getting everybody's stories about what it's like in that crazy old car line. If your kid's not back in school yet, don't worry, Broward. You get to deal with it coming up next week.
It's coming for you, Broward.
Good luck, Miami-Dade. You guys are on deck. It's going to be coming for you as well. But Palm Beach, St. Lucie, Martin counties, a little bit to your north, have already been dealing with it. And it's been kind of crazy and interesting. In fact, there was an email that had come in today, Virginia. You were talking yesterday about how people were using a road behind your daughter's school, and somebody sent us an email saying, yeah, don't do that. I guess cops were camped out there yesterday discouraging parents from doing that, because what's happening is people who live on the street are having an issue, and they're trying to get out and get to work and to do all kinds of different stuff, and it's causing all this kind of buildup, and then kids are walking down the middle of the street, and they say it's creating a very dangerous situation.
Absolutely.
In fact, I wonder that because right out front of my kids' school, we're all lined up in the street to get into the school, and people who live on that street have to drive in the wrong lane down a very long stretch of about 60 to 70 cars. And I was just wondering, what if another car's coming in the other direction?
It's got to be frustrating if you live on that street. Because just trying to navigate your own street is nearly impossible.
The thing that I just didn't get, who are the planners in this? Like, why we didn't anticipate this being an issue when they put this whole school plan together?
I don't know.
That's what I just can't figure out. It just doesn't seem like they did it. Well, they definitely didn't do it right, but you would think that they would have the foresight to do it the right way and not the way that they did it. So it is causing some chaos. And we said if you're sitting in line, you want to vent about anything, or if you see something crazy happen, like I was telling you, the first day I saw one mom get out of her car, yell at another mom. I saw the crossing guard. She was beating on the back of another car with her little stop sign.
That's
I don't know
intense.
why.
That's intense.
Oh, it was great. And I watched her on day 2, and she had sass. Like I said, she was owning that whole intersection. She was out there like a boss. She was letting everybody know, like, this is my intersection. Do not play. I am a god here. I tell you what happens. I tell you when to go, when to stop, when to pause, when to breathe. And we got this text yesterday that said, being a crossing guard myself and having a kid in school, it takes a different kind of person to be a crossing guard. We're in the heat, the rain, the cold, trying to get your kids across safely. The middle school kids have no respect for us crossing guards. They think they're invincible. Parents have no common sense when at the crosswalk. They just want to get their kids from school. So we gotta be sassy. Parents get verbally abusive towards us. We are not there to direct traffic. We are there to cross your kids, safely. So crossing guards are sounding off even, Virginia.
I love it.
So they are venting, as is Vicky, that had this to say on our mic drop feature on our app.
You know, to take a line from Peter Griffin, you know what grinds my gears? Moms in the car line at school who take forever to let their kids off. Oh, my God, like about 20 cars behind you, and we're all waiting to drop our kids and go to work. But you have to give all the love and all the kisses and all the hugs, the stuff you should have did at home. We got places to go. You got 5 kids. Be like Ludacris and move,
Okay. So that's just kind of a note to everybody. Do all the kisses at home. You don't do that when you drop them off.
I get it.
It's get out, get going. Come on, kids. We got Tracy here. She had a little bit of a problem that she realized after sitting in a very long car line.
So my 8-year-old loaded herself and her 5-year-old brother into the car today to help mommy out. I just realized my 5-year-old is not wearing shoes. So back home we go.
Can you imagine that? You get through the car line.
This happens to me all the time whenever I take Rocco out somewhere. He's not wearing shoes. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. I drove to work one time and forgot to put shoes on.
It happens.
Yeah, but after you've sat through a 40-minute long car line, you get up and be like, oh, wait, the kid's not wearing shoes.
I would send him in like that. Roll the dice.
I think so. At that point, you're just doing your day barefoot, kid. Sorry. There are definitely pockets of South Florida where the traffic is absolutely crazy. I've been learning that lesson with drop-off and pickup when it comes to schools. Somebody texted and said, yeah, my parents live off a 2-lane street that's got a middle school on it, and the line is always horrendous. And my mom was running late for an appointment, so she just kind of like zipped down through the middle lane, and the school cop pulled her over and ticketed her for driving the wrong way in a school zone, a very expensive ticket.
Oh.
School wasn't even out. There were no kids in danger, but it doesn't matter. How aggravating would that be to live on one of those streets?
Oh, my gosh.
That'd be tough.
You can't ever be in a rush.
Well, yeah, you'd have to plan your whole life accordingly.
You have to leave 15 minutes early for everything.
Well, in some places, I guess she was supposed to sit in that line until it was all gone.
What?
So I know if you were doing it right, where my kid goes to school, and you weren't driving illegally, it would take you 50 minutes to get from that street to where your house is every day at that time.
That would be insanity.
I don't even know how I would lose my mind. I would definitely move. There's no doubt.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
It's crazy. The other place where you get crazy car lines is Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A by my house, they went to the 2 drive-thrus, and it's still, I mean, they crank through so many cars, but still, you've got cars all the way from the restaurant to the line that comes out, and it goes out onto the street sometimes. I'm talking about the one that's on Palm Beach Lakes, but I've seen that at pretty much every single Chick-fil-A.
Totally.
Ever. They really just, and I think they're very efficient with what they do. There's just so many people trying to get into this restaurant, and it's getting so bad in Fort Lauderdale that the mayor, Dean Tarantalis, is investigating whether or not we can shut down their business.
Wow.
I'm like, what? You're going to shut down a business because they're doing so well? I thought this was absolutely preposterous. I mean, can city officials start penalizing businesses for doing so well that they've got an overflow of cars?
They might have to make them buy more land to build more drive-through space.
I don't know that they do, though.
If you're blocking traffic, if they make it where, emergency vehicles can't get through.
This is happening on Federal Highway north of Sunrise Boulevard. The Chick-fil-A that is there is apparently, especially around between noon and 2, causing some issues. Now, they say that Fort Lauderdale Chick-fil-A is serving about 150 cars an hour.
Wow.
150 cars during the lunch rush.
I mean, how do they fit that much chicken in the store?
Honestly,
where are they keeping this?
They're not big stores. Yeah, where's this food coming from? Is it just like being dropped from heaven and then they put it right out the window? Now, the Chick-fil-A is talking to the Department of Transportation about creating a second exit onto Federal Highway. This would be a chicken exit. It would just basically have like the big old bird there and you just exit right here for chicken. But they say that could take months, and the problem is happening now. They say when they get that exit, if they can get it, they would be able to do 180 cars an hour.
Whoa.
But I just thought it was absolutely crazy. And apparently it's not just in Fort Lauderdale where this is an issue. They say lawsuits were filed last year in Ohio, Texas, and New Jersey over the insane drive-through lanes at Chick-fil-A's.
There's chicken wars going on out there right now. Everyone's in a chicken battle.
Yeah, no, there really is. But I don't know of any place that has the kind of lines that they do, to the point where a mayor of a big city is investigating whether we can shut down their business.
You can't shut down a
That's
Chick-fil-A.
what I thought too. I'm like, that's insane. What are you going to start doing? You're going to start penalizing businesses that are doing great? Is that a great plan for the city?
There's got to be an alternate way to handle this. You can't tell Chick-fil-A. The only day you're going to get Chick-fil-A to have no cars is Sunday.
Right.
That's the only day.
That's the only day. Every other day, guess what? They're going to be busy.
I would think as the mayor, you would pat them on the back and say, you know what, this is my problem. I got to fix a traffic flow issue that's happening here because my city streets aren't designed right for this very successful business. Instead, he's going, now, how can I shut them down?
Yeah, no.
Do we
He's
know
so
for a fact
backward.
whether this mayor has a anti-chicken agenda? Is he a fish man?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That could be. Maybe he's a Popeyes guy.
He's a stakeholder in the hamburger restaurant down the street.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. There might be something else going on here, but I was really surprised that his quote, investigating whether we can shut down their business. I'm like, that's how you want to handle it, Mayor?
Yeah, it looks very close-minded
Yes.
and dumb.
They're doing so great. We're going to shut them down.
Let's start that rumor. The mayor of Fort Lauderdale hates chicken. Pass it on.
But it is interesting. I wonder, as far as Chick-fil-A corporate goes, if they're now having to consider every single franchise being in a place where they have an ungodly amount of land to deal with all the cars trying to get into their drive-thrus.
It is an issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you go. We road tripped recently all the way up to Tennessee, and of course, the children, all they want is either Chick-fil-A or Panera.
Right.
So we have to map out our stops, and even in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
you will see these Chick-fil-A's with like 50 cars. And I'm like, where do these people live? Because I know they don't
get
live
here,
here.
yeah, right.
Because there's no, it's completely rural, and there's a Chick-fil-A with 50 people waiting in the drive-thru.
You know, and hey, look, my family loves it. We go, but there's got to be some. What is the draw and the pull? At one day, there's going to be a scandal that will erupt about Chick-fil-A's, and they'll find out they put something in these chickens. I don't know if they hypnotize you, because, boy, they got the nicest people in the drive-thru lanes. Are they all skilled in hypnotism that gets you coming back? There's something going on that is cult-like about Chick-fil-A's. I don't know how they're doing it, but there's something off here. Somebody said, yeah, I drive by that location every day around that time. It is absolutely insane. But it was kind of interesting because I'm like, that's just an odd approach, I think, for a mayor to try to shut down a business for being too successful. Whereas you should say, hey, you know, I kind of need to maybe devise a way to get more cars in there and help them out with this thing of creating a lane for the
Right.
Chick-fil-A lane.
It's a traffic issue, not
Yeah.
a let's shut them down.
Right. It just seems like an odd approach that let's shut down a business that's doing so well. But George hit us up on Facebook, and I'm dense and it didn't click for me. The mayor of Fort Lauderdale, Dean Trentalis, is openly gay, and the location of this Chick-fil-A is just outside Wilton Manor, as George was saying. So I think maybe you might be seeing a mayor that's got a personal axe to grind here and doesn't like their approach on things.
Now
And feels,
it's clicking.
yes.
I was like, why is this mayor wanting to shut it
Right.
down? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That
Okay.
should have been the obvious take there, but that'll be interesting to see where that goes. So, I'd say that's why he is, but that is a possible correlation.
Possible.
Possible.
It's likely.
Likely. But yeah. Fascinating. Did you realize that today is Friday the 13th?
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Look out. You know, the interesting thing about Friday the 13th, I think for a lot of us, because of the movies, yeah, you think of it as being a slasher holiday. But it really is not necessarily a slasher holiday. It's really about superstitions.
Right.
And about bad luck. But yeah, we hear Friday the 13th, we immediately think of murder. and it's not necessarily about murder.
Ooh, I kind of want to do a Friday the 13th marathon tonight.
Okay, it makes sense. It's a good day to do it. Now, the odd thing about Friday the 13th is really a lot of people are not really sure, or nobody ever really agrees on exactly why it's considered bad luck. Some of it goes back to the Last Supper of right before Christ's crucifixion happening on Good Friday, and 13 people at the table, possibly, that's what it was. I think it even goes back to the Knights Templar, which was basically these knights that were taking people into the Holy Land, and the French king didn't want to pay them off and slaughtered all of them on a Friday the 13th.
Eesh.
So, yeah, who knows? But the superstitions are out there. Do you know why it's considered bad luck to break a mirror, Virginia?
I don't know why, but I know you're supposed to get 7 years for that infraction.
Yeah, they say the reason why they believe this is ancient Romans believed that mirrors held a piece of your soul. And there was also a separate myth that said that our body renews itself every 7 years. So you put those two things together, and then you got the 7 years of bad luck for breaking a mirror.
Huh.
I lead the league in breaking mirrors.
You must have
seen
like
him.
800 years of bad luck in your time.
I've broken so many mirrors in my time.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to break this one in the studio that we've got. I don't know how many times you've dropped this makeup mirror I have. It has yet to break.
Yeah.
This thing, I mean,
Sturdy.
it's...
Is it Jaybird? Did we finally find something that was Jaybird proof?
No, it's on borrowed time. It's a matter of time before he breaks it.
Okay.
It's a witch's mirror, so there's magical powers in
Okay,
it.
protecting it. Yeah. A black cat crossing your path goes all the way back to the Middle Ages, where black cats were associated with witchcraft and demons. And then that snowballed into the idea that if a black cat crossed your path, they were blocking your connection to God and your path to heaven.
Oh.
You couldn't get there with a black cat in your path because that was a witch. Also, the knocking on wood. Still do that today, knock on wood. The idea came from the ancient civilizations that believed that trees housed various spirits, and touching the tree would give you a protective blessing from those spirits.
Okay.
So when you knock on wood, you're actually kind of asking for a blessing from those spirits.
I will say, I don't think we look at trees the way we should. They're very magical. Well, I could go on all day about trees, but I won't.
No, go right ahead.
Not a lot of morning shows getting in depth on tree.
It's tough to know when I'm really, really tanking on the air when I'm over here, because it's nothing but silence. It's really tough.
Yeah,
man.
it is. That is tough. Yeah,
Well,
you can't read the room.
in case you can't tell, that moment is now.
Yeah, I figured I tanked with my tree talk.
Yeah. Why don't we wait for Arbor Day? Then I'll give you all the time you want.
There's your holiday.
That's it. Friday, I got some birthdays here for you. Happy birthday, my best friend, Jules. I love you more than Starbucks. Wow, that's a lot of love, isn't it? Megan sent that in. Also got a happiest birthday to Rachel. Has so much fun in Texas this weekend. Safe travels. That is from Mama Duck and the Pickle Squad. Good news is your COVID numbers are low there. Happy birthday to Peyton. You're going to rock the 9th grade. Love you so much, Mom, Tessa, and Zola. Yeah. Also, got a shout out to Peyton in Port St. Lucie, who's turning 12. She's got a Friday the 13th birthday from Mom, Dad, Kylie, and Mika. Also, birthday shout out to my daughter. She is gorgeous. Look at her there on KVJ TV.
Oh, cutie.
Yeah. That is a nice little thing. Franziska had sent that in to us for her daughter. I don't see the daughter's name on there, though. Also, double digits to Aiden Joseph. Love you, the moon, and into the stars. Happy 10th birthday from Mommy and Santana. All right, you got a birthday wish you want to get on the KVJ show, you can let us know about it. Send that email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. All right, here we go. No Name Movie Game time. We got Jaybird. He's checking out today's No Name Movie Game. He's in the COVID cave. This is his last day out. He'll be back with us in studio on Monday. It'll be very nice to get the bird back in
You're about to be released from COVID prison. How does it feel, sir?
I feel very good today. My energy is up. I'm excited to be back in life. I'm going to take a COVID test later, and I'm hoping for a negative.
Yeah, I think we'll do that probably coming up here in about 20 minutes.
Ooh.
If that's all right. So
Yeah. I
If we
love
can do
the
that.
suspense.
yeah, we'll find out what he racks in. Is it negative or positive?
Ooh.
Somebody's suggesting you should get Bird on the line. He could pair up with one of you and play. That'd be interesting. I don't know if you got a phone nearby there, Bird.
You know it.
Maybe we could. If Suits can maybe jump over there and grab that. I know it's going to be a little bit of a trick, but we'll put you on here in maybe a second. Well, here's the big question, though. If we got you on, who would you want to partner with? You got me, Virginia, or you got Dennys?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you
wow.
have to
I
choose.
feel like there's power right now.
Yeah, you'd have to choose. I mean, so which one do you want to go? I am the reigning champ.
But do you want to win?
I feel like me and Sweet Dennys could make some magic.
Okay. All right. You want to put anything on it?
Yeah. I do.
You do. Okay. What are we talking here?
20 bucks?
All of Denny's weed versus Kevin's hair.
Oh.
Wait, you're betting Denny stuff, not your own?
Well,
That doesn't seem right. That's no way to bet.
Are you allowed to smoke weed when you have COVID?
I don't know.
Are you?
No.
Probably not. I mean, especially if
Yeah.
it's attacking the lungs.
Okay.
Is Snoop gonna call me, or is he googling for next week's draft?
Yeah, he's waiting for you to call him.
Damn.
Yeah.
You don't know the number. You can't call.
I do know the number.
Oh, you don't. Oh, that's right. You would need to know the.
You got to call the hotline.
We got a
Oh, the
dedicated line.
hotline?
He don't know the number. I bet you anything. I bet you all Denny's weed and Kevin's
Oh,
hair.
you don't have that
He
programmed into your
doesn't know.
phone? Yeah, that's
Call
the
her right now.
yeah, that's the number we need you to call. Yeah, that's how we do that. But okay, so you're going to partner with Denny's then.
Okay.
Okay, we'll let you guys go last and see how you do. So we'll get this game going here with Christina in Lake Worth Beach. Hello, Christina.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so you're going to get Virginia here today. She's going to give you the clues to the movies. She can't use any of the characters' names, actors' names, or words from the title of the movie. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
If you are the best worker and it's January, you got the what award? It could be January, February. No clothes on. You're what?
Naked.
And a pistol is what?
Gun. Naked gun.
Yes. Pass on that one. It's a place in New York where you can go to buy all kinds of knockoff stuff and you can get great Asian food. Yeah. Pass on that one. If the father is running the preschool, it's what?
Dad. Daddy daycare.
Yes. It's a pass on that one. Pass. It's at the end of a tennis game. It's the final one. It's called the what? It's the most pivotal score in a tennis game. At the very end. Pass.
Pass.
He's a cat that eats lasagna.
Garfield.
I think it was after the buzzer.
That's right. I've got a 3 spot.
Yes.
Leave on that.
Ooh,
Okay.
3 spot.
That was a
Yeah.
little. Sorry.
Okay. All right, we'll see if that holds up for Virginia. I got Kelly on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Okay, let's do this. We just got to beat 3, okay?
Got it. Easy.
Okay. All right, 60 seconds here in the no-name movie game. Our time begins now. It's on the wall. You say it twice. It's something that gives you a reflection. It's what?
Mirror, mirror.
Yes. Pass. Okay, it's one more than 126, and it is not minutes. It's not days. It's what?
127 seconds.
No, not seconds. It's another term of time.
Hours.
Yes. Say it all together.
127 hours.
There you go. Okay, it is 2 kids, and they make a girl on their computer. It's an 80s movie. It's a comedy, and it's something you take in school, and it's another word for odd. Pass. Okay, they are the 2 people they investigate. They're British. One wears a hat, has a pipe. What do they call both of them?
Oh, God.
Pass. Okay, it is Virginia's favorite movie. It is a 70s spin. It is directed
Mean
by...
Girls.
No, it's by a famous odd director. It's something you write on. It is pass. It's not fact. It's what? What's the opposite of fact?
Fiction.
Yeah. Okay, Pulp Fiction. All right. What do we get?
Oh.
Spot.
Two.
I mean, Bird, it's set up.
What are the ones that we missed in there? Pulp Fiction we had. We missed.
Holmes and Watson were the two
Holmes and
detectives.
Watson's, yeah.
Weird science.
Weird Science.
And then Limitless was passed.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, Kelly. I blew that one.
Aw.
Oh. Denny. Sweet Denny's. Let's do this thing.
I mean, Bird, I think we're going to have Kevin's hair after this.
I'm going to have all Denny's weed. What are you talking about? I have an amazing weekend. I don't know what to do with it, but I'm going to have it. I can't wait for that. That's going to be impressive. Okay, here we go. We got Denny's and the Bird in the No Name movie game. All they got to do is beat 3 for the win.
Kevin will either cry or be high. What are you going to do?
Oh, cry or high.
Cry or high, Kev?
Okay.
Sweet Denny's. I feel good about this. Let's just go ahead, be quick, and I will finish your thought.
All right. I like it.
Okay, here you go. 60 seconds on the clock. Denny's and Bird in the No Name movie game. Your time begins now.
It's a guy who tells far-fetched stories to his son, and his son resents him for it.
Big fish,
Yep.
big fish.
Yep, it is 3 knuckleheads who are constantly bumping into each other and making
Three
noises.
Stooges.
Yep, this is an old phrase for VHS tapes. They used to say it at the return store, the place you bring them
Be
back.
kindly one.
Yep, this is something you put in a field to scare away birds.
Scarecrow, scarecrow.
Yep, you got it. This is a bunch of things you want to do before you pass away. It's a phrase.
Bucket list,
Yes.
bucket list.
This is where you take your clothes if you want to clean them and you don't have it at your house.
Pass.
Pass that one. This is pass that one. He's an eccentric author. He wrote a book and then he wrote a murder mystery book.
It.
No, it's a guy's name. Pass that one. Pass that one.
Misery.
This is a great flick about making drinks and living it up, and then the
Cocktail.
Yep, you got it.
Wow.
You guys got to win. Yeah.
6. You got 6.
6.
Wow.
Oh man, the
Oh
unit.
man,
How about
I'm
that?
so excited to play
Denny's
around
gave
with
you the
Kevin's
easiest
hair.
movies ever. That was great.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Scarecrow.
Oh, the rig called
Whatever.
out the,
The
rig.
rig is in,
The
man.
rig called out the rig.
Oh, yeah, I know a cheater when I see it.
What happened?
You know
Why are we
me.
getting called out?
So we had easy movies.
Denny's rigged it for you because he knew what kind of movies you would be able to guess.
Hey, look, I'll take it.
Yeah, I know you're right. A win is a win is a win.
Yes.
No doubt. Very nice. Well played. The KVJ draft we had yesterday was for movie theater snacks. Okay, everybody picked out their favorite 3 who came up with the best tandem of movie theater snacks. Okay, I went with popcorn, Butterfinger Minis, Nestle Drumstick. Virginia got soft pretzels, Twizzlers, and Raisinets. Bird had pizza, peanut M&Ms, and icy. Denny's got cookie dough bites, hot tamales, and gummy bears. And Suits went nachos, loaded French fries, and Reese's peanut butter cups. Okay, we'll start at the bottom, and just want to let you know that Denny's finished last. So, yeah.
Denny's.
Maybe those hot tamales and gummy bears did not work out for him. I was next to last.
What?
Yeah, popcorn next to last.
You had popcorn.
Well, just go show you how disastrous either one popcorn is played or people really hate Butterfinger Minis and Nestle Drumsticks at a movie theater. Yeah. Next to last.
I did not see that one happen.
I know, right? It was kind of shocking. In third place, Virginia's old list with Raisinets, Twizzlers, and soft pretzels. So it is between Google Gary, which is Suits, and Jaybird. Who is it that took the win? Well, I got to tell you, with only 2 votes separating them,
2 votes.
2 votes separating them, Our winner is Bird with pizza, peanut, M&Ms, and icy.
Wow.
Suits gets second.
They said he wouldn't win because he picked a drink, and they were wrong.
Yeah, how about that? So that worked out very well for the Bird.
Congratulations, Bird. What happened? We lost his feed?
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
Oh.
It's he's in, he's out, who knows?
Denny said he's pooping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going number 2.
All right. Well, hey, sometimes you get that call. You never know when it's going to be.
He should have taken the feed with him. I'm just saying.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably a good thing he didn't. All right. Hello, Bird. All right. How'd it go?
What happened with the results?
What results?
You're pooping?
The KVJ draft.
Oh, you didn't hear? It was only 2 votes separating.
I didn't hear anything. I'm trying to get my COVID test ready.
Oh, you are. You won.
I won?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
you did. Yeah, I mean, this is a big Friday for you. I mean, you won the No Name Movie Game with Dennys, and now you've won the KVJ draft. Dude, things are really, for a dude with COVID, they're trending up.
Well, let's hope that this is a negative test, baby.
It's going to be negative.
Yeah, I mean, the way things are going for you, this has got to be a negative test, I would think. It was last Tuesday. So you were like 10, 11 days in this. And I think it's pretty much 10 days from first symptoms before you can kind of get out in the world.
Well, my first symptoms were on Monday, so we're now at 12 days.
Okay. So you seem like you're getting in that free and clear category now. So that's the good news. But what does the test say? So like I said, we'd heard before that you can test positive for a while after having COVID.
Yeah, what are you going to do if you still test positive?
I don't really think it changes anything, honestly.
I don't know the answers to any COVID questions.
I think you're still allowed to come back in on Monday.
Okay, that sounds good, Dr.
Yeah.
Singer.
Yeah. I think you're still, you've been given the green light. In fact, I really am just kind of curious about, where this is going with the COVID test, because as we were talking about it, I've read, seen that, yes, people can test positive for a very long time after having COVID. But the thing that I'm seeing more and more is you've got 2 options to do about anything. You either need to have proof of a vaccine or a negative COVID test. So, somebody like Bird's situation, and imagine this, you have a great event you want to go to, you get COVID, and then they don't want you getting the vaccine for a good bit of time after having COVID, from what I've understood. I've heard sometimes, 30, 60, 90 days? I don't even know what it is. You need to talk to your doctor, but it is a while.
We heard 3 months.
So imagine, it's been 20 days since you had COVID. You're still testing positive for it, though. You got a great event you want to go to, and you can't yet get the vaccine.
I don't think you can go.
I think you're screwed, yeah.
I think you're screwed.
I mean, if you had that situation, and AEG, who is a large provider of all kinds of festivals like Coachella and Stagecoach, they operate clubs, theaters. They are saying that they're going to be requiring proof of vaccination or a negative test for entry into anything that it operates. And that means a negative COVID test within 72 hours of the show date. So you could be in a situation where you would be free and clear, but you still wouldn't be able to get in. They say it looks like their policy is going to be taking effect nationwide no later than October 1st.
I just want to walk around the cereal aisle and look around for a good 15 mins.
Yeah, luckily AEG doesn't operate Publix. So you'll be all right there. But every day there are more and more announcements of places that are starting to require this. Some universities, a lot of jobs. There is a big radio company that is now requiring all employees to get vaccinated.
Wow.
So it's really kind of interesting. Every single day there's something new that is going on with that. So, yeah, I don't know where it's going to end up. But.
Now, you had originally planned to go and get the vaccination today.
Yes.
And you were going to go get the Pfizer. And then we found out yesterday that the Pfizer is only 42% efficacy against the Delta Plus variant.
Yeah, which is the whole reason. If it weren't for this Delta, I wouldn't even be worrying about it. But yeah, it was a story that had come out that Pfizer's vaccine efficacy had dropped to 42% in July. Moderna's did fall, but down to 76%. Both vaccines still more than 75% effective against hospitalization. So, yeah, yesterday I booked at Publix a Moderna vaccine, and I'm going to just blow off my other Pfizer one.
Good. Yeah. Go get
yeah.
the Moderna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that switch.
Call the Pfizer people and say, I'm not coming. I'm getting the Moderna. But get the Moderna because now they're saying that one offers more protection. Of course you want more.
Yeah, I just want a little bit more protection. And, really what did it, because I've been, letting people know, hey, everybody, you got to make your own decisions. You got to do what's right. And, there are people in my life that are not real, happy with my decision. But, I'm doing what I think is right for me. And what changed my mind a little bit on it was the story that came out. Daily Mail had people who had already had COVID may be more protected with only one vaccine dose than those who never contracted the virus are with 2 doses. And unvaccinated people who have had COVID are twice as likely to face reinfection as those who have received the vaccine. That was from Fox News. So a couple of those things I thought, hey, look, just it's added protection. I saw what it did to Burr. There are many other people I've heard that just seem like a different thing. So I thought, okay, I want the added protection. And I'm not doing it because all of these stories are coming out and I feel like I'm caving to the man.
The FDA, too, just approved the booster shots for immune compromised people, which means like even if you got both doses of your Pfizer or your Moderna, but you have that immune compromised situation, I think when you come up on like whatever the time frame is, you can get another booster because they want you to be super protected.
Yeah. So.
Well, all I can say is I feel like I'm in my prime again.
Yeah, you're getting there, Bird. That's awesome to see that. So good for you. And I thought this was an interesting note, too, as AEG makes that announcement. Health officials in Chicago are saying that Lollapalooza wasn't a COVID super spreader event. So they had done the vaccination thing where you're supposed to show that.
Okay.
But I will tell you on TikTok, they are selling a lot of those fake vaccination cards.
It's true.
That you can get like crazy.
There are people all over TikTok bragging about how they have a forged fake vaccination card.
Yes. So that's kind of what's going on.
And
I don't know if you'd seen, but Jaybird, your girl Demi Lovato,
My girl.
Oh, okay. She had criticized Lollapalooza for their huge crowd during a pandemic, and then 1 week later, she performed with All Time Low at the Sad Summer Festival in Anaheim.
Yeah, she's kind of a hypocrite with some of the stuff she says.
About everything she's saying, people are like going, okay, wait, so you're blasting Lollapalooza, but you did exactly what you were blasting them for a week later?
She is making herself so unlikable.
She really is making herself unlikable.
What is she doing? Who is around her? Seriously. Girl, whoever's around you filling your head with yes, man, yes, man, yes, man. Like, stop. Get rid of them. They're giving you bad advice.
Yeah, it's interesting what she's doing. How long does it take for you to get the results on your COVID test, Jaybird?
I don't think very long. It didn't take long on the last one, so a couple minutes, I believe.
Okay, we're going to check in with that. Jaybird's got some weird food cravings ever since he got the old COVID. He's checking on his test to see how that comes back, positive or negative. He said that he's been craving 7-Eleven hot dogs for whatever reason. And it's odd because he doesn't have his sense of taste or smell because of the COVID, but yet somewhere in your brain, COVID is trying to tell you that you need yourself a 7-Eleven hot dog, Jaybird. I think you're muted.
You're muted.
It's weird because I hate 7-Eleven hot dogs. They gross me out. But for whatever reason, I've been yearning for them. And you're right, I can't smell them, but something about the hot dog is making me want to eat them. It's a craving.
It's really weird. I mean, honestly, COVID is just doing stuff that I've never seen. I'm not a medical expert by any means, but just in any illness that anybody's ever had, the things that it does to you is so wonky. And from one person to the next, it's so crazy. Somebody texted and said, yeah, I thought I was going to lose my appetite and lose weight because I lost my sense of taste and smell. But the opposite happened. I started craving everything, pancakes, donuts, pizza. I guess maybe it's because we miss tasting things, but oddly enough, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to lose weight. And people are now who can't taste anything are putting on weight.
That sucks.
What the heck? What?
I am so grossed out by 7-Eleven hot dogs. I don't understand why I'm yearning for them.
Wow.
I did my test.
Okay, you got the results?
I'm waiting for the result. I just put it in the thing, so I'm waiting.
What did you do? Did you stick it up your nose?
I did it. I did all that, and now it's in the little package. And if I'm positive, it will have another line come up. As of right now, there's no line coming up, so it's looking as of right now that I'm negative.
If you get 2 lines, are you pregnant?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, we could have a big announcement coming up then.
And that explains the cravings.
Wow, yes, you're right. It's all coming together. It
I'm
makes sense now.
I'm putting the test up on the camera so you guys can see it.
Okay.
Stop shaking it. We can't see it.
All right, cool.
Well, I got the shakes, dog. I'm going to tell you.
That's just the way it is.
Early onset Parkinson's. Hold it still. I want to see it.
I don't. Yelling at me is not going to make me hold it still.
Well, we got some Feel Good Fridays coming in here as well. Virginia kind of has a little bit of a Feel Good Friday when it comes to Tropical Storm Fred. I guess it is going to power back up, but it's been heading a little bit west. Now, I think we're still going to have kind of a messed up weekend, and that is, kind of what is unfortunate is that it does look like we're going to have rain. And I've been trying to readdress my weekend plans accordingly. But I guess the good news is you say it keeps continuing to go west, Virginia?
Yeah, Fred is ticking west, so that's good. And Fred doesn't look like it's going to reach hurricane strength, so that's good. So it's getting weaker and more westerly. And we're still going to have, I think, a rainy weekend, though. It's looking like Saturday.
We're not going to get that lucky.
And Sunday. Saturday might be the worst. But then, we're still going to get some rain. But, as long as Fred keeps ticking west, it looks better and better for us.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good news. Hopefully that is it. If you're looking to do something this weekend, you do have the Marlins at home. And keep in mind, they'll close the roof, so they'll still have games. So if you do kind of want to, get out a little bit, I don't think they would, for the rain we're going to get, I don't think they would be canceling the games or anything. So I assume they'll be going on. They're playing the Cubs tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. That's something to check out. You have also got Wynwood Brewing during their 8th anniversary this weekend. Great little brewery there to check out. The Burgers, Blues, and Brews at Tradition in Port St. Lucie. That's something, will something like that go off?
That got canceled.
It did get canceled. Okay.
They canceled that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured that was probably going to be the case. Okay. You do also have Waka Flocka going to be at Day or Night Club and the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino tonight. So they're going to be still cranking at the Hard Rock. That's indoor stuff you can do and check out.
We're going to be in downtown doing Bamboozle because Bamboozle for Little Smiles is still happening, rain or shine.
Okay.
We're going to be down there tomorrow, the streets of West Palm Beach for that scavenger hunt for Little Smiles. If anybody's down there, say hi to us.
Okay. Bert.
I got some good news.
Yeah.
I am negative on the COVID, and I am positive with the pregnancy.
Yay! All right.
Yay.
Woo, congratulations.
KVJ baby on the way.
All right. That's good news.
We need a new KVJ baby. I'm just saying. It's been 6 years. Get out there.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the weird COVID cravings, Kim hit us up on the 97.9 WRMF app. She said, with COVID, for some weird reason, I started craving very healthy grainy bread with avocado and sprouts.
Huh.
Ugh.
That's healthy.
Can you imagine if that happened to Bird? I'd be like, wait, this COVID is the weirdest thing ever.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't taste or smell anything, but I don't care right now. I'm negative, and I'm very happy.
Okay. Hey, that's all good. So without a doubt, we're seeing you in here on Monday.
Woohoo.
Love to hear that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where you get COVID tests and getting them, that could become a really big thing because, as I had said, with the announcements, AEG, a lot of other places requiring either proof of vaccination or within 72 hours a negative COVID test. If you don't have the vaccine, you'll probably have to start stockpiling some of these COVID tests for any events that you want to go to that you can pop one off and be able to show those results.
I looked on Amazon the other day, and as of last week, you could still buy them on Amazon and have them shipped to your house. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to have just a few COVID tests in your house just in case.
Yeah, if you choose to stay unvaccinated, it would be easier because the dominoes are falling day after day after day. There's another place after another that is saying you have to have that. And a lot of the businesses are saying either you get vaccinated or you have to have a weekly negative COVID test. Now, I don't know
as
if
an
that is-
employee.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Yeah.
that's something that you got to pay for out of pocket or if they would do that. But considering if this thing, like they say, is never leaving us, that could get quite expensive.
Super expensive.
If you're talking about maybe, what, $20 a test?
How much did your test cost, Jay Bird? So this is like the second one you've taken now.
Yeah, my family got it for me, to be quite honest with you, V. I don't have those stats. I can crunch some numbers and send it to you later.
Somebody had sent me a receipt. They had got a test for $20. Somebody texted us, Mark, and he works for A&R Pharmacy in downtown Abacoa, and he said that they've got them for $40 a test.
Okay.
So, but imagine if you have to pay that every single week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have stuff, though, that you need to be at, it's better to be prepared.
Yeah. So, but what if one of those things is your job? Somebody said $24 at Walgreens.
Okay.
So,
At that point, might as well pick up a weed habit.
on top of your COVID test?
It was a joke. I'm just having fun.
Do have a couple of Feel Good Fridays. Monica in Miami said, listen to the regular show on the ATS podcast all the time, literally. Could you please add this Feel Good Friday to your show this Friday on our way to leaving our son to start college? We're stopping by Universal to celebrate 5 years of me being cancer-free. Yeah, that's very cool. That is a great thing to celebrate. Congratulations there. And somebody also texted in saying that the Okehili Warriors 8 and under team out of Okehili Park won the World Series 8U championship. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Congratulations there, fellas. Big congrats out to Peyton, Parker, Bam, Mark, LJ, Jacob, Little Big Nick, Poppy, Ben, Xavier, and Jaden. So I know that is a big thing. There's a lot of South Florida teams that are playing in those tournaments right now. In fact, we have Palm City that was playing the other day. So I believe that they were in it or still in it. I think their first game they lost 10-3 to Tennessee. But
Oh, damn,
yeah.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, took them out in the first game, but hopefully they're still at it. So any other Feel Good Fridays? 877-979-WRMF. Time for a Raise Your Hand poll. You're going to find some intriguing things here about the KVJ show. You can watch us on YouTube right now. Just go look for the KVJ show. It's Kvj TV, so you can see who answers yes to what. If you're only listening right now, you'll be able to find out what percentage of KVJ show members said yes to each. And then on the After the Show podcast, which will be on YouTube, also on the podcast apps, the After the Show podcast at 10 a.m. this morning, we'll tell you the stories behind them. Okay, so raise your hand. It's myself, Virginia, Jay Bird, Denny Suits, everybody here. Raise your hand if you've ever done drugs with a complete stranger. Raise your hand. Okay. With a complete stranger. Somebody that you did not know. Okay. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Okay. That is
Some random person
60%.
just jumped in there.
Yeah.
It happens.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Who the hell's that?
Yeah.
You know him? No, I thought you knew him. I don't know him.
So, yeah, whatever.
That's how it happens.
Yep.
Okay, how about this? Raise your hand if you've ever asked out a random server or bartender and got their number. Or if, like, say, maybe you were given a number by a random server or bartender. So either way, raise your hand if that has gone down. Okay, we got 3 out of 5. Again, 60% of the KVJ show. That's happened to and with.
So far, we've established we like drugs and we're a little slutty.
Yes.
Let's go.
A majority of us are doing random drugs with strangers and just picking up whomever.
What other great decisions?
Yes. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever asked to speak to someone's manager. You've basically been that Karen.
Dang.
Raise your hands. We've got 3 out of 5 again. 60% of the KVJ show we got 60% of us are Karens. That's what that means. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever had relations in a public bathroom. In a public bathroom, meaning it wasn't their place, your place, wasn't even a friend's place. It was a public bathroom. Anybody ever done that? Raise your hand. Nobody has. Okay.
Gross.
It is really gross.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part.
I mean, there's been public romps.
Definitely.
Definitely.
But
the
not-
bathroom.
not next
I
to-
don't know.
Public restroom?
Even sketchier.
Yeah. Okay, got one more for you here in our Raise Your Hand poll. Raise your hand if you've ever caught a significant other in the act of cheating. Raise your hand if you ever caught them in the act.
Well, question, does that mean a lie or like legit them doing it?
You've caught them in the throes of passion. They were getting physically active. It wasn't, catching a lie or whatever. You caught them in the act of cheating. So it could have been, they were just making out with somebody even. Doesn't have to mean that there was, them going all the way, but they were physically getting intimate with somebody else, either with kissing, touching, groping, all that kind of stuff. So raise your hand. We'd only had 1 out of 5 say that. So only 20% of the show.
I had a friend once in Colorado. He was hooking up with a chick, right? And they were in her dorm.
Okay.
And her boyfriend, who he didn't know about, knocked on the door, and her roommate that was with her let him in, while they were in the middle of it. My buddy had to get up naked and fight this guy. This guy started fighting him.
No way.
He had to stop what he was doing and fight him naked. Yeah, it was rough.
That's amazing.
Fight him naked.
And then he got kicked out. Pretty rough go.
That is messed
Oh,
up.
the bone piece? That's tough,
I think
man.
he had everything going. Yeah, he had to get up and, within a split second time, start fighting.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's a good time to do it. You technically have 3 fists.
An adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Wow. How about that?
Did he win the fight or was it a draw?
I don't think anyone won in that case.
Nobody wins. Nobody wins when that happens.
He gathered his clothes. It was snowing outside. He had to jump in his car. It was rough.
Oh, that is tough. That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow. You go from one thing to the other so quickly.
What did she do while this was going on?
He had just met her. He had no relationship with her
Oh,
prior. It was
wow.
kind of like a hookup thing. She was cheating on her boyfriend with a random guy.
Wow.
And it was just a blip in his
They
life.
run out in the snow, snowballs.
Gathered his stuff,
That's
threw on
tough.
what he could, and ran out of the building. It was in the college there at Colorado Springs.
That's amazing.
Wow, that is tough.
Yes, rough go.
That is a rough go.
Great story, Big D.
Yeah.
This was a really fun digital drama that was sent to us. Tracy had posted up on Facebook in one of those private little groups that they do. This was in Boynton Beach. Like, you have to, I guess, be added in there to even be able to read it. So, the smart person did the screenshots and sent it to us, because I tried to go in there because I wanted to see more of the inside comments, and it wouldn't let me in.
That happens. If you ever see anything juicy, you've got to screenshot it and send it to us. Because a lot of times, too, not only can Kevin not get into it, but sometimes people will delete their
Right.
comments and then it'll just disappear. So
Yeah.
screenshots are crucial.
Yeah, this one might have gotten deleted because this turned on a girl named Tracy who was blasting a Chinese restaurant because she found a cockroach in her food. But then as people started kind of putting together the, the context clues in this, it got to the end where people were saying, you really need to delete this. So it was kind of interesting how this turned on Tracy. I'll play the role of Tracy. Virginia, you can be Melissa. And Jaybird, I'm going to have you play the role of Bailey.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here's what happened in this digital drama. Yeah, I got takeout from this Chinese restaurant in West Palm Beach. The food was okay, but then when I went to throw away the box that they gave me for the food the next morning, there's this huge old cockroach in it. Now I am freaking out that I have a cockroach invasion, and I have thrown away all the food I got from them, costing me a whole $27.
Wait, you threw away the box the next morning and there was a cockroach in it? Well, couldn't the cockroach be from your house?
Look, no, it wasn't from my house. This is stupid. Don't try saying that my place is a dump or anything like that.
Not to mention, this restaurant is trying to survive during a pandemic. Way to show your Asian hate out there. Come on.
Jay Bird?
You posting this? actually makes me want to go to this business and support them more. Stop blaming them because you are a pig.
I am not a PIG pig, and I did not leave the food out overnight, just the box the food came in.
Roaches are attracted to cardboard. You may have put the food away, but you didn't dispose of the box. That has nothing to do with the restaurant. The roach came from your home.
When a cockroach is in a box from a restaurant, I believe it came from that restaurant. Plus, I had pest control come over here a while ago.
A while ago? This is South Florida. You need that at least monthly, not a while ago.
This really is a stupid ass post. Tracy, you should delete it and just take the loss on your $10 worth of Chinese leftovers. Oh, and maybe delete your page too.
Oh, wow. She thought that she was going to blast this Chinese restaurant, and then people are like going, wait a minute, you left it out and the next morning you find a cockroach in the box?
That's on you.
That's on you. You have actually a filthy house. This has nothing to do with the Chinese restaurant, big dummy. This is South Florida. So I just loved how it kind of turned, but she was trying to fight the entire time to get her way out of it, but did not work. I can't get the IRS off my tail. Jaybird can't get the IRS to pay attention to him. It's kind of a weird little mix that we got here.
It is, because it's funny. When they want your money, they can find you quick.
They find me all the time.
I know. They were all over me.
Yeah.
Looking for their $786, which I'm sure made all the difference to them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really had a good interaction with the IRS. It's never going in my favor. I don't know what's going on. But Jaybird is got the exact opposite issue going on here. It sounds like the IRS is just wanting to give him money hand over fist. But the problem is they really don't know who he is. So what exactly is going on here, and what's your problem? Because you say the IRS doesn't really have any record of you?
It's the same issue that's been going on. Now, every time we talk about this, people always get it twisted and think I owe them money. That's not the case. They owe me 4 years of money. And I just got another notice yesterday of them saying that we need to verify that you're real. Your 2020 income tax is being held. You have to call this number. And then when you call the number, you're on for an hour and then they just hang up on you.
I've had that happen. I was on for an hour and 46 minutes one time.
Yeah.
On
and
hold.
I've gone on social media. People have sent me links. They say, call this number. Everything turns a dead end. And all now I'm trying to do is just sit down with the IRS. Just sit down with them. Get a meeting. And I can't even get a hold of them to call for the meeting. You call to get a meeting and they go, sorry, we can't take any meetings right now. Call back later.
We know you have COVID. We don't want to meet with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they owe me 4 years.
That's a lot of money starting to rack up there.
Dang.
That's crazy. Do we have a grand total on all the cash or anything like that? Dude, it's a good bit, huh?
It's roughly around right now. They owe me around $9,000.
Wow.
I'll resolve this issue for you personally for half the cut.
Yeah. Kev takes 50%.
Yes.
But he'll sit on the phone on hold with them for an hour and a half.
Yes.
Everyone, and I see people already sending ideas or helpful hints, and I really appreciate that. But everything everyone's sending me right now, I've tried everything, and nothing has helped.
Have you tried this? Somebody did text in and said that you need to find out where your local IRS office is, and you need to go in personally with your Social Security card and your driver's license, and then talk to somebody there face to face.
Yeah, well, that's what you're trying to do. But then I've also been told when I did get a hold of the IRS, do not just drop by the IRS. You have to make an appointment. If you drop by, they're not going to see you.
Wow.
They are slippery when they owe you.
No kidding, man.
Wow. So you can't just go into an IRS office if they owe you money. They won't even let you in, huh?
It's not like the deli where you go in and say, hey, guys, can you help me out? No, you have to make an appointment, but the problem is you can't even get a hold of anybody to make an appointment. It's bizarre, y'all. And I know you're going to get text messages, Jay Bird's stupid. He doesn't know what the hell he's. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm writing those
Virginia.
right now.
Yeah, Virginia.
I'm texting Kevin.
I got too much to read already. I know. I got your 8th one already.
I'm telling y'all, something's fishy with the IRS right now.
Well, some people are saying that you need to go and reach out to an IRS attorney. Mandolin said that. You pay them a couple $100 and then they will send the letters for you. They know the right ways to handle this. And even some places, maybe like an H&R Block, Michael says, will get the tax insurance, let them do it. They handle the IRS all the time and they know how to deal with their little runarounds and their ins and outs.
Just be careful.
I've already done that route because
You tried the tax attorney?
I've already done it.
You've already had a tax preparer help you out?
Yeah, I have tax people who can't get a hold of the IRS.
Huh. Somebody's wanting to know, is it possible this is some kind of scam? She said if they are texting you or calling you, it's not legit. It's a scam. He would be notified by mail.
It's mail.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely not a scam.
Huh. So you've tried tax attorneys, you tried text preparers, you've tried calling, you can't go in person. So that's, I don't know what other route you do if even a tax attorney can't help you.
That week we were off, I had every intention of going to the IRS office because we had 5 days off. You couldn't even get them on the phone.
Huh.
You can't make an appointment online either?
You tried to do that, the online was down.
Good Lord.
Wow. So what a scam in a sense the government pulls on you. They owe you money and then nobody ever can get a hold of them or deal with the situation for you. It sounds like you need to write a senator or something.
But what sucks is I've done these things that people are saying and you're on the phone for an hour and a half, 2 hours, only for them to either hang up or just to say they don't know what you're talking about. It breaks a person's spirit.
Yeah.
You start wasting all that time.
I don't know if this is the right plan, but somebody said just stop paying them taxes, period, and they will definitely come after you and get a meeting with you. So that's maybe a way to get their attention and be like, yeah, I mean, you owe me this money anyway, so I'm just going to go on ahead, and since you won't get a hold of me, I'll just go on ahead and deduct it myself. So I'm going to pay you however much, $9,000 less in taxes, and then you guys can figure it out.
Well, I know I'm not crazy because I put it up on social media and there's some KVJ Nationers going through the same exact thing and they're just as frustrated.
Meanwhile, they've killed 4 trees, sending me notices about how they want their $786.
Yeah.
You would not believe how many notices I got.
Michelle in the chat room says, call the local office. Believe me, Michelle, I've done that 1 billion times.
Huh. Yeah, there's some people like a taxpayer advocate service. You open up a case and they will open up a hardship case against the IRS that in a sense you have to sue the IRS. You get it into court. They have to respond to a court order that calls them to attention. They can't just blow that off.
Sounds real easy and not time consuming at all.
Sounds so adult.
That's why I said I'll take care of all of it for a 50% cut.
Yes.
What a bunch of crap, man.
Yeah, it really is annoying. That's why there's a lot of people that don't really like the IRS, but just crazy. So if you ever do get this money, I assume we're having a large party.
Oh my gosh, we're going to have the best party ever.
We're going to have a super spreader. It's going to be that big.
We're going to have an IRS party.
January will be here before you know it. It's going to be 5 years of money they owe me.
Wow. Yeah, it is really amazing how when they owe you, you can't get a hold of them.
I wish they could have taken my 786 out of what you got coming to you. That would have worked out nice.
Wow. Okay. All right, thank you for all the advice. Yes, a lot of people have got an opinion on how Jayber can handle this. So send them to us, mail at kvjshow.com. Hopefully we'll get a resolution because I would like a party.
I would too.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
This is a crazy story out of Ohio where a woman married a man convicted of killing her half-brother.
What?
So again, a woman in Ohio married a man convicted of killing her half-brother back in the 1980s. The couple exchanged vows while he's on house arrest and awaiting a retrial. Now, apparently the man and woman began their strange relationship when she wrote him a letter saying that she forgave him for killing her half-brother in 1987. Then it started off one of those interesting little prison relationships with the pen pal kind of thing going back and forth. And then it finally led to him popping the question to her on the phone on New Year's Eve 2020 when they weren't even sure if he'd ever get out of prison.
Wow.
Well, he did on July 22nd after he was granted a new trial based on a slew of images and missing police reports. So they took advantage of his time off of prison and they got married. So she's going to be sitting with her husband as he's on trial for killing her half-brother.
I wonder how her family feels about that.
You would think that if they're still around, I'm sure probably many of them have died off by now, but you would think they probably would have some hard feelings about that.
Weird.
Because it sounded pretty much like a slam dunk. The guy's been in jail since 1987 for that murder.
Dang.
That's pretty crazy stuff, huh? What an odd little twist.
That is.
A bank robber in England handed a note to a teller, and the teller was like, Dusty, what? Dude, I can't read this. Like, your handwriting is terrible. And they didn't even know it was a robbery. They thought he was just trying to communicate, like maybe he was deaf or something.
Aww.
And the guy got so frustrated, he just dropped his head and walked out empty-handed.
He was trying to rob him.
But then he tried at another bank. They had the same problem, but they stalled him long enough. They figured he was trying to rob it, and he finally got arrested for trying to rob a bank. But they're like, well, dude, you really got to work on your penmanship.
He's just not good, Kevin.
He's just terrible.
Terrible at all of it.
Terrible being a bank robber. You need a different profession. You're not good at this one. There's a group of thieves that got arrested in Australia this week after they stole some rare trading cards from a shop and then went back to the same shop later that day and tried to sell the cards they just stole.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
I mean, you've got to be a special kind of dense.
There's so many dumb people out there.
Dude.
It's amazing. It's amazing stuff. And this is some, scary stuff going on with the hackers and money and everything else. There was a hacker that stole $600 million in cryptocurrency from a decentralized finance platform. That's why that whole crypto stuff kind of scares me.
Yeah, it does. If I can't hold it and feel it, I don't trust it.
Now,
Weird.
the odd thing about this is the hacker returned most of the money, said, I was just doing it for fun. But they said, look, that was always the plan. I'm not really interested in money. Really? Imagine if you get a hacker that is, because there's a lot of people in this world that are interested in money.
Quite a few.
Yeah. Luckily, you got the one hacker that's not, but
Odd.
just goes to show you the vulnerabilities. A woman in Singapore called animal control because she thought she heard a hissing cobra inside a cabinet in her house. Oh my gosh, that is terrifying. When animal control got there, they opened up the cabinet to find her electric toothbrush running.
You big dummy.
How did she know it was a cobra hiss? I guess she knows hisses very well.
That's what she assumed it was. She assumed wrong, though.
She's been watching too many snake movies.
Yeah, apparently that new Cobra electric toothbrush is very deceiving. A man in Michigan shot at his older brother after the older brother made a joke about his ex-wife's cooking.
What's his ex-wife? What does he care?
I know, right? Fortunately, nobody was hurt, but the older brother says the bullet was just 6 inches from hitting him.
Dang.
What the heck, dude? And this is crazy. There is a hand surgeon in Cincinnati that did his own surgery.
Wow, that is skilled.
So he's got one hand on the table. He's using the other to operate on his hand.
Wow.
And apparently it was a big success. And I guess, hey, look, if you think you're the best hand surgeon, is there anybody else you'd want working on your hand?
No, but do you have somebody assist you at least?
Yeah, your foot.
Yeah. That's great. I guess you would numb it, but still, maybe it doesn't weird you out because you've seen it enough, and I don't know, man.
I mean, if you are fully invested in your skill level and you know you're the best, I get it.
Wow.
You're a different animal at that point. The normal things that gross other people out, they don't gross you out. If you're able to do surgery on yourself.
Yeah. That's just something, though. How amazing is that? Guy operating on his own hand. And it was a big success.
Good for him.
He's producer Dennys, and he when you're high. He's producer Dennys, and he's one hell of a guy.
Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, here we go. Producer Danny is going to be doing a little showing off with his superpower today. Can he tell if these people are high or not? Got a couple questions here for him. We're going to be grilling them. We're going to start off with Danny calling from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Danny.
Hey, KVJ, how y'all doing?
Good. Doing great.
Danny, say hi to Denny's. Danny, say hi to Danny's.
You don't have to.
Hi, Daddy.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. How about yourself? I'm just playing.
Quite a great gripping conversation.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Denny's has got some questions here for you to try to determine if you are high or not. What is your first question here, Denny's?
All right, first question. If you got $1,000 for every bite, how much wolf hair could you eat?
Oh, wow.
I don't even think one.
One hair? I mean, you get $1,000 every spoonful.
Wow.
I just eat so much wolf hair.
I would eat a lot of
Oh,
wolf
yeah.
hair.
I'd eat $10,000.
Can I wet it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Wet wolf
Can
hair?
I dip it in sauce?
Dip it in whatever you want, as long as it's a spoonful of wolf hair.
I might not stop.
I'll go as long as I can.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go to the bathroom and then I'll keep going.
That's the only right answer.
Oh, I wish that was real, Denny's.
Yes, me too. Me
All
too.
right, interesting.
Let's see. Second question. Which pizza topping do you think best describes you?
Oh, good one. Damn.
Maybe a mushroom.
Oh, look at her. Danny goes mushroom.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty good answer for this game. Okay, mushroom for Danny.
You fit right in with this group.
Yeah, you do. Okay, all right.
Final question. Let's see. Let's see. How would you throw a bachelorette party for a mermaid?
Mermaid. Can we get like bathtubs with like skateboards to wheel the mermaid around?
Bathtub, you said?
Like take her clubbing?
I'll take her
yeah.
clubbing in a tub.
I like it. Take her
Okay.
tubbing.
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 Okay. Interesting.
I like it.
That would work.
That's creative.
Okay. Anything else? You getting a vibe here on Danny? What are you thinking, Danny? What are your superpowers locking into? Do you think this girl's high or not?
Not necessarily getting a high vibe. She seems very nice.
Okay. But you're leaning towards a no on this?
I am going to say I don't think she's high.
Okay, the answer is no. Danny, are you high or not?
I am not. Denny, you're too good.
He's so good, isn't he? You had a great mushroom answer there. I thought
I
that
know.
was,
I like that.
It was very good, very clever.
Dang.
Acting, maybe it helps.
Yeah, you can't throw this cat. This cat knows his stuff. Very
Love the
impressive.
idea of the mermaid party. Love
Yeah.
the idea.
Yeah.
You're the mermaid.
Okay, let's try Patricia here from Lake Worth Beach. Hello, Patricia.
Hello, what's up, y'all?
Okay, another feisty, lively one here. Denny's, you were right with Danny. Can you figure out if Patricia is high right now or not?
Patricia, first question. If you were in a heavy metal band, what would be your heavy metal band name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my load. Shredder. I'm going to shred it up.
Okay.
I like it.
Alright.
Shred it up.
Shred.
Master Shredder.
I always wanted mine to be fire crotch.
Fire crotch? Okay.
That's a good one.
That's a good name.
We could get some hair dye.
Yeah.
Make that real.
That's how he does it, yeah. Yeah, that'd be his uniform.
Cosmetology school. I could do that up for you, man.
Let's do it.
Look at this. Patricia's here to help.
Yeah, dude. I
Okay.
got you.
Okay. Patricia's there to help.
Let's see here. Second question, Patricia. If hot dogs were a form of measurement, how many hot dogs tall would you be?
Oh.
A little math.
Yeah.
Approximately 10 hot dogs, 10 and a half.
Okay, so
say
you're
that's pretty
you're
accurate.
5'4".
Are these footlongs, Denny's?
Standard Frank.
Standard
I did
Frank.
it last week with my friend, actually, so it's a great question you just asked.
Yeah, that does feel actually
Yeah,
kind of
I think
accurate.
that seems-
I think you're about dead on, actually.
I'm just eyeballing it. It feels right.
It's amazing she could conjure that number and
In seconds.
arguably be so accurate.
Yeah,
How many,
jeez.
how many hot dogs is Kevin?
I think I'd
He's
be
got to be
about
like 13.
yeah, I think I'd be about 13 hot dogs tall. That'd be my height. That'd be amazing if that's how they really measured you.
You're making me hungry for hot dogs.
Jaybird's already hungry for hot dogs. You've been talking about it. Yeah.
Me and the bird.
Yeah.
I'll go pick up hot dogs and I'll sit in my car and you can sit in your yard and we can eat them together.
I don't think I'm contagious. I can eat them in the car with you.
I don't know. I'm gonna see you Monday.
Virginia's still not trusting it. She's double vaxxed, maybe triple vaxxed at this point. I don't even know. Doesn't trust it.
I would get triple vaxxed if they would let me.
I know you would, yeah. Get vaxxed daily. Okay.
All right, final question. If you were invited to a Viking party, what snacks would you bring?
Ooh, that's a good one, because I don't really know nothing about no Vikings, but probably a turkey leg, maybe their little favorite tune they like to play, chips. I don't know. Great question. Turkey leg, that's my number one answer.
I think it'd be like the hind quarter from a moose.
Yes,
Yeah.
they eat haunches of
Barbaric.
Yeah, you bring in a delicious moose haunch.
things. A haunch of something.
That's right. Hey, kids, come on. We got a haunch on the table. Come dig in. It's Viking families. Okay, what do you think about Patricia here, Dennys? Is she high or not?
Damn, Patricia's tough because originally I think she was high. I didn't think she was, but she gave a like giggle in there that kind of made me think she might be.
But was the giggle part of the act, Dennys?
Yeah,
It's also
was
tough,
that
Greg.
good from your expertise in people that are high?
I mean, you didn't let Danny fool you.
yeah.
Are you gonna let Patricia fool you?
Oh, he's struggling here.
It is.
He's
She's
struggling. Yeah, high or not?
Gosh, I'm gonna go with my first guess. I'm gonna say I don't think she's high.
Okay, Patricia, are you high?
Yes, I am. I smoke 24/7. I'm so glad I tricked you, Denny's. I've been listening to you guys since I was like 7. Love y'all.
Oh,
Have
she-
a great day.
Got me.
She got you.
Damn it! That was my first guess.
Patricia did it. Wow.
Patricia got you.
That's the first time in a long time you've been stumped. Wow.
She's celebrating.
She is celebrating. She kind of blew it with that giggle. That laugh was like, I heard that. Whoa, what's
the
going
only-
on here?
Only fault was that giggle. Darn.
Wow.
I went with my gut on that one. Darn it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that's a rare miss by Denny. So I know that stoners get very excited when they can actually fool you. Okay.
It's a
Oh,
badge.
that's a good
It's a
game.
badge of honor.
Yeah, it is.
was a
Yeah, it
good
is.
game.
It is. Okay, good round. Does that excite anybody that the Smurfs are coming back and they're going to be on Nickelodeon?
That's
Yeah.
so weird. I just bought a bunch of Smurf toys.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. That might drive the value of those things up. Are they originals from the run in the 80s?
Yeah, they are.
Well, looking behind you on KVJ TV, I think you bought all the toys from the 80s. You have
I'm working
everything.
on it.
You have
That's
everything.
The little slice. I got more of that where that came from.
Yeah, I wonder if that will increase the value. Now, the thing that they're doing with the Smurfs, if you watch it back in the 80s, of course, animation has, grown leaps and bounds. It looks a lot different. It's improved. And so when you look at this preview of the Smurfs, it's going to be on Nickelodeon. It's kind of more of the trendy looking kind of animation. I don't know if it's Pixar or whatever it is. So, they don't look they looked almost one-dimensional now. It's almost like they look three-dimensional on the screen. So I guess you could technically say it's an upgrade. And they are going to be bringing in a couple more females. Because remember, it was only Smurfette, and it was kind of weird because she was, hanging out around Pervy Smurf and, a couple of the others that just kind of made you feel weird.
It's always a meat market for her.
Yeah, and you're like, that poor girl, How's she fending off
There's
all
going to be
these?
other female Smurfs now.
Yes,
Okay.
there is. In fact, there's going to be a whole different group of them. In fact, there is going to be a brave and wise matriarch female Smurf named Willow. So finally, she's going to have a couple other girls there. It's going to be like a new tribe of girl Smurfs. It's going to be a part of it.
Is she hooking up with Papa Smurf? Is she older?
It sounds like Willow Smurf would be, yeah. So you'd have maybe her and Papa Smurf. There might be some sexual tension there.
Oh.
You never know. She might be stroking his beard a little bit.
But I also heard Papa Smurf is in danger of being canceled from some of the things he did back in the 80s.
Oh, really? What did Papa Smurf used to do?
I think the report comes out later on today, Kev.
Wow, okay. Well, this might fall apart before it gets off the ground. So,
I actually hate the Smurfs, but I do like the figurines. I know it makes no sense.
It is kind of odd because I'm not sure I enjoyed them either. I remember they were on a lot.
I
saw a lot
loved
of episodes.
them.
I know you did.
I had passion for the Smurfs.
Where would that rank on your favorite cartoons, kid cartoons of all time?
Top 10, definitely.
Top 10?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's that impressive, though.
Top 5.
Okay, that's more impressive.
I watched them every day.
I was always pulling for Gargamel.
You want to see him eat those Smurfs? And I'm wondering, that's what he's trying to do, right? Wasn't he trying to eat the Smurfs? Is that what his whole thing was, or he just hated their joy?
Him and his cat, Azrael.
Yeah. Or was it Azrael? Am I getting that mixed up? Was it only Azrael wanted to eat the Smurfs? Or why was he going after the Smurfs like that?
Gargamel didn't like them either.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, what was his whole thing? Was it because of the joy, or was it because they looked like blueberries and they were delicious?
So I think in season 1, Gargamel was trying to crush them up and make magic out of them, magic potion, because they were magical. And then in season 2, he got foiled so many times that I think he got spiteful and he was trying to catch them and eat them and gain their magical abilities by eating them.
Interesting.
It's very odd.
I always thought it was some weird cannibalistic thing in your kids' cartoons. It's like, I don't know, should we have this like gigantic older man trying to eat these young, sweet creatures?
Am I the only one that thought, though, and maybe it's a morbid thought, that the Smurfs, they would have tasted delicious?
I dare you to swallow one of those figurines you bought right now.
Well, I ordered them. They're in the mail. That's what's so weird about this story.
You don't have them yet.
They're
No,
fresh.
I ordered them the other day.
Yeah, they do kind of look tasty. I mean, they're blue and plump. I know Virginia doesn't like blue, which is odd that you like the Smurfs.
I don't like blue food. I don't want to eat the Smurfs.
Okay. No, interesting. It's going to be coming back Nickelodeon September 10th. Is there any other show that you used to love as a kid that you would love to see brought back? My favorite cartoon was Scooby-Doo.
And they brought that back like 9 million times.
Yeah, that's been rebooted, so no need to do that.
I like the original ones because they're focused on the mysteries. The later ones, they started adding personalities and dating scales to them, so they're all kind of...
Yeah, the originals are still the best.
They were.
Yeah,
You can get them all on
amen
YouTube.
for David the Gnome. David the Gnome.
David the Gnome was a popular show. That one was
David the
weird,
Gnome.
though.
I
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't
His
think I
Fox
know that.
Swift.
Huh. I missed that one. That must
I
be...
think Virginia hasn't heard of it. She's old.
David the Gnome.
It's very obscure.
I think it's
too,
only
I
for
think.
millennials and adults who still play with children's toys.
I was getting down with some Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Inspector Gadget would be a good one.
Didn't they reboot that in a way? I think they brought back they did a movie, right? A live
Yes.
action movie on
Broderick.
that.
They did.
Yeah, it was Matthew
Oh, it
Broderick.
was so weird.
Yeah, I don't think it worked out well.
That was whack,
Yeah, I don't think it worked out well. Boy, you know one show I don't think they could bring back? Dukes of Hazzard. You can't go driving around in that car.
Yeah.
Remember that?
You definitely would have
General
to paint
Lee?
over the flag.
Yeah, there's no. Could you imagine if CBS now rebooted where these good old country boys drove around in a car that had the Confederate flag on the top of it?
Although when I was in Tennessee, I did see a remake of the General Lee with the Confederate flag
it
and
still lives on
everything.
there. Yeah.
Tennessee's a little behind.
Yeah, if they did it, they'd have to revamp it for modern audiences.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'm just kind of curious. I'll give you guys a second to think about it. If you could reboot one show that you think would be a success today, the Smurfs kind of seems like maybe it's a no-brainer. That would probably work, especially for Nickelodeon, for what they want to get out of it. So which one would you reboot that has not yet been rebooted from your childhood? Have they ever tried to reboot G.I. Joe? Jay Bird, I know when we were kids, that was a big cartoon.
They have tried to reboot it on the movie level franchise. Yes, I feel like they haven't really done it well, and I would love to give input on how to make that really good.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. I'll be one I'd root for. Somebody said another. What's
whole
that?
storyline- Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I thought you were still talking about G.I. Joe. I apologize.
No, go ahead. Another one from the 80s when I was a kid that I love was called the Thundercats.
Oh, Lionel?
Yeah. That was a cool one. I would like to see that. I think that might play was, kind of superhero. They're all buff, but they're cats.
Tell me if this would work. Golden Girls, but bring them back as zombies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude.
I've been alone for 13 days. I'm thinking weird over here.
Some of the other suggestions, He-Man could work, reboot that. A lot of superhero stuff. Johnny Quest is one that was way back in the day.
I loved the Jetsons. Did y'all watch the Jetsons?
I didn't. I don't know why they annoyed the heck out of me.
I loved them.
Is the weakest suggestion.
I loved them.
That is so whack.
They had that robot that would do everything for them. Then they had, you could just press a button and bam, get a hamburger. It would come from the sky.
Yeah.
Cartoons for old people, Kev.
I know, right? I love this idea. Somebody said, why not reboot Miami Vice? Miami's still got great storylines, cool stuff going on. Why not? I don't feel like they do enough TV shows out of Miami. What city really is sexier than Miami? LA, it's big, still kind of boring. They do a gazillion and one shows out of New York, and it's cold 9 months out of the year. And then it's 106 degrees the other. Why don't we do a Miami Vice? I think that should be brought back.
But we've done it though. They've done the movies. They've already rebooted it. It was whack.
Well, they didn't do it right. They haven't rebooted it on TV. I would do it as a TV show. Yeah, the movie itself, I wasn't loving because you know what? They tried to make it gritty for Miami Vice. And to me, the biggest part about Miami, and it still is, it's colorful. It's bright. Why would you make it dark and gritty? Miami's still not dark and gritty. If you want to do dark and gritty, do Chicago or do New York. Miami's got to be vibrant.
They're redoing Tom and Jerry, and they're modernizing it, and they're playing some old episodes. But they had to cut out so much because Tom and Jerry used to be ridiculously racist.
Right, yeah.
And they had to cut out a lot.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, they just recently had a Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah, and there's new episodes on Netflix.
Okay, well, I think that's it.
What about this one? Modern day Gremlins.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know why not. Interesting little thing. Why don't we terrify a new generation of kids?
I tried to show Gremlins to Rocco, and he cried. He hated it.
Yeah.
Kind of a scary movie.
It is kind of scary.
It is a little terrifying. All right, it's Friday. Let's sing here. Song association game. I come up with a word. You have got to sing a song with that word in it within 3 seconds to get a point in each round. We got Virginia, Jaybird, and Dennys all playing here. Okay, we'll start with you, Virginia. Round one. Your word is ocean.
Ship from the ocean, dock to the test.
Hold on. What did you say?
How's that song go? Slip from the ocean.
I know what song you're doing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You're doing Walk on the Ocean.
Walk on the ocean.
That first word was a little tricky.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what's she saying there?
Oh.
Okay, at the buzzer, I guess we'll give you credit on that. That was
That was a little stinky.
It's a loose game, too.
Okay. All right, Jaybird, your word is side.
The blind side of the moon.
The dark side of the moon?
No.
The blind side of the moon.
Never heard of the blind side of the moon. Who's that by?
It's by the Giggins Brothers.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Giggins Brothers.
By your side, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your little Sade's got the song there. Okay. Bird, no point, round one. Dennys, your word is story.
Here's the story of a girl who lives in a little world.
I absolutely love her when she smiles. Okay, Virginia, your next word is don't.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. And I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Look at Dennys on them backup vocals.
That's great.
It's pretty high in the morning.
That's real good. All right, Jaybird, your next word is star.
Star bright, starry, starry night. Duh.
It sounded like two songs, but
Star bright, starry, starry night.
Can't think over here.
You got COVID brain.
Party like a rock star, party like a rock star. It was a good little song back in the day. Okay. All right. Yeah, Burr, yeah, he's got a COVID excuse. Okay. Dennys, your next word is still.
I'm still. Darn. I was trying to think of a still.
I'm still in love with you, boy. I don't know if you remember that one. In the still of the night.
Still in the night,
still in the night,
still in the night.
The one I was doing was way too obscure. It wasn't a hit.
Okay.
While the night is still young.
Oh, I should have did that. Billy Joel.
Okay. All right. We've got Virginia with 2, Dennys with 1, Bird with 0.
Oh.
Okay. Next one is for you, Virginia. The word is true.
I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you.
Everyone at the buzzer today.
I love when Gollum sings the hits.
Oh, shut up. Your bitch hasn't got a point yet.
Okay, Jaybird, your next word is highway.
Last highway, Steve Warner, 1984. And there's a road on every turn. Bridges built, or bridges burned.
You know that
Obscure,
one, Virginia?
I never heard of your song.
Oh, man.
Last highway. Yeah, the chat room's going off right now saying, love that song, Bird.
I'll give him a pity vote.
I don't.
A live vote. Chat room ain't saying nothing.
Life is a highway.
I wanna ride it all night long. I bet you do.
Not long.
Okay. Dennys, your word in the song association game is marry.
I want to marry that girl. The Bruno Mars song. It's kind of not doing that.
I think I want to marry you.
That's what I was trying to do. Darn it.
Yeah. It is a Bruno Mars
Oh,
song,
gosh.
but
That was the one I was trying to do.
yeah.
It's tricky.
Please don't have this game be over.
I'll give you one more round.
Okay.
All right.
Bonus.
Virginia's going for a perfect score here, by the way.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay, Virginia, your next word in the song association game is tissue.
Tissue. The hell kind of word is that?
It's got tissue that I wish you saw.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That was a big song.
It was.
Virginia kept from that perfect score.
Every now and then you get one of those words, you're like, what?
Ricky looked at it. He's like, she's not getting that perfect score.
No, you got to work for it. I don't just throw out perfect scores on the song association game.
No one gets that.
No one's getting that. Okay, Jaybird, your next word is surprise.
It shouldn't surprise you at all. Billy Joel, 1982, Nylon Curtain.
He said a hit.
Yeah.
It was not a hit, but he did record it in concert in 2013.
You remember that one song, Oh My, Starry-Eyed Surprise? That
Oh, yeah.
one guy that did Butterfly. That was his follow-up hit that was kind of not a hit. Yeah. Okay, all right. Final one here is for Dennys.
All right,
Tissue,
Dennys.
surprise. These are tough words.
I give you a tough round. Now, you and Bird right now are tied at 1.
Oh, gosh.
You're closing out the game, though, and on a high note.
You can finish in second place and beat the Bird if you get this correct in the song association game. Your word is letting.
Letting the tears fall. Letting.
No letting go, no holding back. You remember that song?
Yeah. The tense. It's a tough tense. The letting.
It is.
The past tense.
Am I the only one that wants to do one more round? One more round? What?
Yeah. All right, Jaybird, your word is Chewbacca. Sorry, here's your last round.
And that one was worth 5 points.
Yeah, it was. You would have won the game.
God,
Darn it, Bird loses again.
Get the KVJ show on your smart speaker anytime. Just say, play the KVJ show.
I'm not really sure what the weekend is going to entail because looks like we got some wet weather that is going to be heading our way. But you're saying that tropical storm Fred is tracking a little bit more to the west, Virginia, when the last time you looked at it.
Yeah, it does appear to be ticking more to the west, which is good for us because the further west it goes, the less of it we will catch.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a little rainy and yucky and keep your eye on it, but it's not even going to be a hurricane. It's going to be a weak tropical storm. I think the maximum winds it had on it were like 45.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks kind of like a rainy weekend for South Florida, about a 53% chance of rain today. Tomorrow's your big rain chance, 81%, and then 67% on Sunday. But, you might see some glimpses of good stuff in there. The Marlins at home playing the Cubs. I think the Cubs trade away every good player, so they have a chance of maybe winning. So that could be fun if you want to see a Marlins win. It's a rare thing, so go check that out. All righty, we are about into the weekend. Bird is going to be back in studio with us on Monday. Can't wait for that. Woo-hoo! It's going to be fantastic. He got a negative COVID test today. He's in the free and clear, so he'll be back with us next week. That's exciting.
You got that, Ryu, that little negative test?
What's up?
You still have it, that negative test?
Well, I mean, I did it earlier.
Oh, I thought you were going to show it off on Kvj TV again.
No.
Oh.
But I really did it.
All right.
Okay. All right.
That was smooth.
Yeah.
Well, I was just excited to see it again. I know a lot of people missed the segment from earlier, and I just wanted to be happy with you.
Yeah, I threw it away.
Never mind then.
No one, I didn't get the memo that we're doing a round 2. Kevin, I'm sorry you got to deal with this.
No. Let's just try to move on quickly.
I know.
After the show podcast is going to be coming up. Jay-Bird, wrap it up with your thought, my friend.
Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith.
Ah, yes.
The KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF.